Hello and welcome to the Second Bowl of Cereal podcast. We are your hosts. I am Jonathan, a 3D artist, programmer, and developer.
And I'm David, your local gamer and actor.
And together we are two brothers talking about television, movies, gaming, and anything else that rustles our jimmies. So, we are going to start off today's episode by doing the part two of the Barry review.
Yep, I'm assuming we're gonna do almost all spoilers for this because,
Yes. So, this is going to be a spoiler cast starting now. Just for this one, and then when we talk about our actual show, I mean the rather in this case movie, it'll be I think the spoiler window for that's cleared. So
yeah.
but
Anyway,
yeah.
oh my God, Barry dies.
Yes, man. And like halfway through the last episode too, right?
Yeah.
Like not even at the end.
Yep, everyone, we get to see a little bit of what happens in everyone's lives a little bit before, but yeah, I
Yeah, yep.
would, yeah, like, I was not expecting Kusuno to kill
Hmm.
him just so quickly.
Right,
But
yeah.
oh my gosh, the man just can't stop making the worst decisions in his life.
For real. He ended that show so poorly, man.
Yeah,
Like, I
it
can't
was
believe, like, 'cause he almost had it back, too.
he's was given so many outs. He
Hmm.
genuinely tried to become a better person, but
Yeah.
just so easily fell back into his old ways.
Yeah. Yep. So I think one of all right, so specifically what we're talking about is Gene Cousineau, the acting teacher of Barry. Um, he blame well, I mean, not only he rightfully so blames Barry for the assassination of his girlfriend, Janice Moss, who is a detective,
Yep.
and Barry's trying to make it up to him, so he kidnaps him and he gets him back into working, but then he gets yeah. All right, so. Okay, you know what, David? I'm gonna let you explain what happens after from going forward. All right.
Kusuno, he's been doing everything he could to get rid of his old assassination life, but he keeps having to do every few things to keep himself up and out of other people's hairs that he keeps trying to do. Inevitably, he has to go to Mr. Kusuno's cabin where he's with his girlfriend and with their own girlfriends. And
Right,
basically,
yeah. Barry has a romantic interest in the
yes,
show, Sally Reed.
yes,
Mhm.
Sally. And they essentially, the detective Janice finds out. She finally puts all the pieces together and finally definitively confirms that it was in fact Barry who did all those killings, and he was gonna get arrested, but then Barry was able to kind of move her into a position that he was able to kill her. And then from there, he was like, "Oh, well, I'm gonna stop killing now." And then that
Yeah,
was the
yeah.
end of season one.
Hmm.
And it's like the way they keep ending these seasons, man, I swear.
Right? Yeah. And one of the big things about the show was the character growth, right? What did you think about all the transitions? How NoHo Hank started as like kind of like a second, like a right-hand man kind of grunt, and
Yep.
then he ended up becoming like a full-on evil villain almost, right? Like the top
Yep.
of the top, like almost legitimate businessman evil.
Yep, he came a long way from the beginning and then
Hmm.
became like middle, like a little higher henchman with
Hmm.
the Bolivians. And then he
Yeah,
became
yep.
his own full-on leader himself.
Hmm.
And then the last season, he ends up killing all the people that he was gonna try to go steady with to like
Yeah,
the
no,
clean
he was trying
life.
to form like a crime utopia with Crystal Ball.
Yeah,
So
Crystal
yeah,
Ball.
Hank led or eventually, right after a season, I think he ends up leading the Chechen mob in LA. Whereas Crystal Ball led the what were they? Were Chilean or no? They were Dominican. Guatemalan,
Uh,
Cuban.
Jeez.
Oh man.
Chilean sounds right, but
I
I
mean,
can't
it was
remember.
like a notoriously short like Hispanic race.
Yeah.
Yeah, but either way, yeah, so they started trying to work together, but then they ended up falling in love.
Yep.
But like it's like it's not even played off as like a transition. It's like they jokingly are like loving each other in one episode,
Yeah.
and then they're just straight up in like a
Actually in
couple.
a
Yeah,
relationship. Yeah.
exactly. In the next episode.
Yep.
Um, but yeah. So then, oh, Bolivians. There we go. Bolivian.
Yeah.
Pretty
Okay.
sure.
Yes.
Yeah. So then he ends up mixing the two mobs together, which angers the respective families, right? Because like the Chechen
Hmm.
mob has like a main branch in Chechnya, and the Bolivians, right, in Bolivia.
Hmm. Yep. Not even for just transferring sand could they allow such a relationship to be formed.
No, yeah, they tried,
They really tried.
and yeah, like it was very unfortunate that NoHo Hank saw no other choice but to
Yep.
betray Cristobal and the other gang members, right? That they
Yep.
were
And
trying to.
almost killing Cristobal when he
Yeah,
didn't mean to.
he almost did.
And
And then
later
actually getting
on,
him
then
killed.
actually had to get
Yeah,
him killed. Yeah.
same.
I so wanted that relationship to work. They were
Right?
so cute. And
Yeah,
then NoHo Hank, he had to fall to pressure from everyone else, including Cristobal.
including
Just
Cristobal. Yeah,
yep.
Cristobal was no saint.
Nope. He had a wife.
Yeah, he had a wife. He had kids.
He had kids. I
Uh,
didn't even remember that. I
yeah, yeah.
guess.
Well, I'm pretty sure. Like when he was like walking around his house after he escaped the tiger prison, like he saw a big portrait of him, his wife, and the kids, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The tiger.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There was a scene with a tiger. Oh, I mean, we never see the tiger, but
We
it's
don't
like,
get to see the
yeah,
tiger.
you hear it and you
Oh
see a lot of
yeah.
the commotion, and it's a really well done scene.
Oh yeah.
A lot of this movie was, or a lot of the series was very well directed, very well shot.
I
So
don't
many.
know why, but like some of the some of the shots that I just find the most hilarious are when they just stand on one shot of someone's face
Yeah,
and then
just
have
their
a whole bunch
reaction.
of things happening in the background.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh man, I think one of my fun the one of the funniest scenes that was when one of the Chechnyan mobs is going up. Just he's trying to get so they've moved operations to from a regular just warehouse to a
a warehouse?
parking lot. No, no, it was like a
Parking.
parking lot
Oh
with like
yes, the parking
the
lot.
gardening, yeah, like the
Yes.
gardening tents. So yeah, he's trying to convince the Chechens back home that it's a worthwhile operation. So he's like, oh, it looks much bigger from it looks more formidable from a distance. So he tries to get on top of the parking structure to get a better look. And then as soon as he gets up there, what did the Chechen and hit mob, or not the Chechen, the Bolivian hit mob,
Yeah.
hit squad comes in, and then the police comes in, and they all start fighting each other, and he's just filming it all. Oh my
Yep,
goodness.
the whole thing, and then like I think everyone there dies, and
Yeah.
then
Yep.
he's just left there in complete awe of just seeing the
Yeah.
whole thing from beginning to end go down. He just drops the phone and leaves.
Yep. Yeah. Well, you don't see him for like a few episodes.
Yeah, I was
Uh,
surprised when like I figured we were gonna see him again, but when we saw him again to
yeah.
give the NoHo Hank the news about them not being able to do the merge operation,
Yeah.
I
Yep.
was pretty like, wow, now he's back.
Yeah. What was your favorite action scene?
My favorite action scene? Ooh, that's a good one. You know what? A fun action scene when he was supposed to kill that one guy. I forget what character he was.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it was the one detective whose I think his wife married
Hmm.
his.
Yep,
his
yeah.
wife, his ex-wife, yeah, him, and he
Mhm.
ended up like getting Barry to go assassinate him for him. And
Yeah.
he goes there, tries to not kill him and have him leave to be, out somewhere else hidden, and then
Mhm.
comes to find out he's like a judo master,
A Taekwondo, yeah.
taekwondo master.
Yep, yeah. They
And
just show like
he's
he
just,
walks into the room and there's a bunch of trophies and like
yep.
news articles and like Olympic medals.
Yep, and then he's like completely like, why is he just letting me do it? And then immediately he gets attacked by the guy.
Yeah.
And then that whole action sequence, and then the action sequence of the daughter finding
Oh,
out
of
that he
course,
does
yeah.
end up almost killing the father, and then
Yeah.
that whole,
And she
it
was
was
like
almost
what,
like a
10,
whole
12?
episode. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That was a great
And she
episode.
was like completely feral. She did not utter like a single understandable word, right? She
No,
just was
no,
all
yeah, she
grunts,
had
all
no
growl.
lines, I don't
She was
think.
like a weasel or a wolverine.
Yeah. But yeah, highly recommended Barry. 10 out of
Yep.
10 show. And welcome back to the second bowl of cereal podcast.
All right, and for today's episode, we're gonna be doing Kung Fu Panda. So I'm just gonna be doing one and two.
Okay.
For three and four, I
Mm-hmm.
actually haven't watched those.
Oh,
I've
okay.
seen many clips of them, but I've heard that they do not reach the peaks of one and two. So
Hmm.
I've
I
heard
believe it.
I've heard three was okay, and I'm probably willing to watch that at some point. I think I
Okay.
may have watched like a quarter one day
Mm-hmm.
on TV, but yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna watch four. I don't.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But
Yeah,
gosh,
maybe not.
Kung Fu Panda 1 and 2, I
Mm-hmm.
just
Yeah.
can always be happy that those two exist.
Oh
Those are
man.
some masterpiece movies.
Yeah, yeah, I've seen them too. Really good pieces of of cinema, I guess. I
Yep.
was gonna qualify it as like children's cinema, but definitely
Nah,
a lot of
it
mature,
transcends, especially
definitely, yeah.
two. Like two transcends beyond being children because of a lot of the themes in it. One is really great. Like I've heard a lot of people say two is either better or worse. It's but it's definitely close to one. I think
Okay,
I'm on the
yeah.
boat that it's good but not as good as one.
Okay. Well,
Just
let's go.
because,
Let's
yeah.
talk about the concept, like the plot, I says. What's a
Yeah.
crux?
Talk
What do you
about the
mean by
first
Kung Fu
movie.
Panda, right? Because
Yes,
maybe
so
someone out there has not heard of this movie, Kung Fu Panda.
that's true. Kung Fu Panda, if you haven't been alive for the last, what,
Hmm.
20 years or so,
Yeah.
Kung Fu Panda is a movie by DreamWorks. It's a 3D animated movie based
Hmm.
in China around these anthropomorphic animals that do kung fu, and
Okay. Yeah.
others that live normal Chinese lives, from what we see.
Yeah.
As the
Chinese
first
animal lives. Yeah.
Chinese animal lives. As we see in the first beginning scene, we see
Hmm.
Poe, this guy who's just absolutely loves kung fu
Hmm.
and absolutely daydreams about doing kung fu, but alas, he is not that active of a kung fu doer himself, as he
No,
lives with
he's
his
more of a
father.
fanboy, right?
Yep, he lives with his father in his noodle shop. You see, he has all of these like posters and toys in his room of the fabled Furious Five, which are like some high trained kung fu warriors in their village that he loves so much. There's Tigress, there's Crane, there's Mantis, there's Viper, and there's Monkey. Yeah,
Obviously,
the
they all
naming
specialize
conventions
in.
are
Yep.
yeah, naming conventions pretty simple in that regard. I don't
Right.
know if they have other names
Hmm?
other than that. Those maybe those are their legal names. I've never actually looked up to them if they actually have real first names.
Yeah, that's true. Because Poe's
Because
name
Pose
is
is just
Poe. He's
Pose,
not
not
Panda.
Panda.
They
Yeah.
never call him Panda. Like they don't start calling him Panda after he becomes what, the Dragon Warrior, I think.
Yeah. More so just because they don't know his name is Poe.
Yeah, yeah.
But
And a really
yeah.
good cast of voice actors too,
Oh
right? Like for all
yeah.
these characters.
Yeah,
So
they've
yeah, who
got
voices Poe?
Poe is voiced by Mr. Jack Black himself,
Of
Mr.
course, yeah.
Jablinski,
Steve, yeah,
Steve
JPK.
Minecraft, School of
Minecraft
Rock
Steve,
guy,
School of Rock,
so many guys.
Jumanji, come on.
Jumanji.
Yeah.
Yup. Kung
Uh
Fu Panda 2, 3,
Forgetting
and
Sarah
4.
Marshalls.
Yup.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's
Tenacious
been
D and the Pick of
Tenacious
Destiny.
D.
Yeah.
Yup.
Gotta put respect on that name.
Absolutely. And he does a phenomenal job at
Hmm.
playing Poe's character. He plays his lows and his highs so well.
Hmm.
He's a very realistic character to think about because he's
Yeah.
lives with his father. He's very much loves kung fu, but he's very much laid back, kind of
Hmm.
lazy, very food motivated, kind
Yeah.
of. But yeah, he
uh,
absolutely loves kung fu, but his father really wants him to run his noodle shop.
yeah.
And even doesn't like Poe being all obsessed with kung fu stuff. But eventually they find out that in the Jade Palace, which is
Hmm.
like where the Furious Five live, they also have their master and their master's master, which
Hmm.
is Master Shifu and Master Oogway.
Yeah. Shifu is voiced by Dustin Hoffman, I believe, right?
Yep, Dustin Hoffman.
And then Uguay by Randall Duke Kim.
Yep.
I don't know too much about him. I think he was the keymaker in The Matrix, but
Hmm.
other than that, I don't know from anything else. But
Yeah.
Mr. Ping, right? Mr. Ping
Yes, the
is
father.
the Poe's dad. He was voiced
Yep.
by James Hong.
Yeah, he's also a goose.
Yeah, he's a goose. Yeah. Is it ever? Yeah, it is explained that he's like adopted, right? It's not just accepted that oh somehow Goose gave birth to a.
Yeah, Poe doesn't know in the first movie.
Okay.
He truly believes it's his real father.
Yeah, yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, James Hong voiced a lot of other characters like Shifu in Mulan, Dolan Wong in Jackie Chan Adventures. So I believe that was the second villain. So like first it was Shendu, and then there was like an evil chi wizard, right? Dolan Wong.
Yeah.
Uh, and then he was also Professor Chang in Teen Titans, right? He was like
Ah.
that. He didn't have too many stories, but like he was like dressed in white and had like red-eyed goggles.
Yeah.
He provided Robin with like that red goop when he became Red X.
Yeah. It's good a character.
Yeah.
And then let's see. Oh yeah, so essentially
Hmm.
Poe convinces his father to go to the Jade Palace because they're announcing that they're gonna be they're gonna be choosing the next grand fable, the Dragon Warrior. That
Okay.
warrior that only gets chosen every few years, I think, or maybe
Like the Pope.
kind of like the Pope. But
Uh,
yeah,
Wait, who was
essentially
the
the whole
Dragon Warrior
reason
before Poe? Do
that
we know?
huh?
Do we know who the Dragon Warrior is before Poe?
I don't believe it's not said in the first movie. It could have been said
Hmm.
in either one of the later movies or one of the spin-off shows they've had.
Yeah, oh yeah, they've had a
I think they've
lot.
had like three or four spin-off shows.
Dang,
And
yeah.
they may have went in deep in those because those shows they actually do pretty well lore-wise.
Okay.
Like comedic-wise and plot-wise, I don't know how amazing they are,
Yeah.
but they do well lore-wise.
Okay.
But yeah, so essentially they have to bring the Dragon Warrior because one of Master Shifu's old uh students,
Yeah.
Tai Lung,
Hmm.
is escaping prison. He was this kid who
He's
Master
voiced by
Shifu,
Ian McShane.
yup,
Hmm.
gosh, he does such a great job with
Yeah, yeah.
Tai Lung. Essentially, Tai Lung was trained by Master Shifu to
Uh-huh.
be the next Dragon Warrior. He put him through merciless training, but loved him. But it ended up not working out because Master Oogway ended up seeing darkness in him.
Yeah.
And essentially, he goes out and destroys the village to try to get the Dragon Warrior scroll.
Oof, and the escape scene of like him escaping from prison.
Gosh, I
It's
can
one of the
gush
most
so much.
goated scenes. Oh my
Every time
goodness.
I see that scene on like YouTube or TikTok
Yeah.
or any other social media that I'm just passing by and I see the beginning, it's like, ah, well, I'm gonna stay through the whole thing. And then
Yeah.
if it doesn't finish it, I'm going on YouTube to watch the full scene. Because my God,
Man.
is it choreographed so well. Just the way it like starts with him being in that like almost full
Yeah.
body cage,
It's like
but
a
the only,
turtle shell, like a
yup,
turtle shell cage. They just put a
yep.
big weight on him in the shape of a turtle shell. It's got like a bunch of spear keys or something like that that like get
Yep.
released. Oh
Yep.
my
And all
goodness.
it took was for him to have one small duck feather fly
Yeah.
right near him that he was able to manipulate with his tail to unlock everything in that shell.
Yep.
And it's
Uh,
hilarious. It's funny because the whole reason why he was released and was given the opportunity was because Master Shifu, upon hearing the news that Tai Lung would be escaping, was for him to send a messenger to absolutely double the guards, double the weapons, double everything. This man could not escape,
yeah.
and that was his downfall, was to send that one messenger because the
Oh, that's
guards
true.
Yep, the guards themselves were also very much self-absorbed and thought they were untouchable as well.
Yeah.
They were like completely confident that he was not gonna escape. And then we see them, and we see the feather, and then it just snowballs into craziness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, with like the very beginning with all the archers, him
Hmm.
like it was started off with like these big spears that he kicks around to make like a makeshift stairway for him
Oh
to reach
yeah,
an
yeah. Just
elevator, and then he
kicks them
protects.
into the walls in yeah,
Yup,
in the shape of a stair.
and then like almost thousands of arrows get launched towards him, and he protects himself with the elevator. Like
Oh
part
man.
of me wants to go through the whole sequence of the
Uh,
scene. Like if you haven't watched it, you're doing yourself a disservice
yeah,
if you love
definitely go.
action of not seeing this
Uh,
scene. Highly recommended scene. If you don't watch the movie itself, which I do
mhm.
recommend as well, that one scene I would recommend watching by itself as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
The choreography in that movie was crazy.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
like even though they're all animals, right? Like they still all kind of did their martial arts, their respective martial arts, right? Like Mantis did the Mantis style, monkey
Yeah, they're
style,
all based on their
hmm
respective like karate moves,
kung
their kung
fu
fu
styles,
moveset.
yeah.
Yeah. And then just
So
kung
like
fu.
what? So Tigress was voiced by Angelina Jolie, right?
Yes, that's
Then
correct.
Mantis was voiced by Seth Rogen, right?
Yep, that was a crazy pick, but it
Yeah, it
works.
worked out, right?
It
He was very
worked.
stoic almost,
Yeah.
right?
He wasn't
He
used that much, which I think helps
no,
a
mhm.
bit.
Yeah, yeah. I think if they tried to like
Go
bring
too
more Seth,
heavily into Seth
exact,
Rogen, it wouldn't have
yeah,
worked.
it was very smart casting. Not necessarily casting, but I guess script directing. I guess directing.
But Monkey, though,
Yeah. Oh
being
my
voiced
goodness,
by Jackie
Jackie Chan.
Chan.
See, I have
Yup.
to imagine he probably played a big role in making that choreography, just because he cares so much about it,
Oh yeah, I can imagine him absolutely watching over every scene, making sure
right?
that
And being
there
like,
was.
this has to be
Mm,
perfect.
yup.
Yeah.
Such a great cast for them to go.
Yeah.
Yup.
Viper Lucy Liu,
Yeah,
right?
she was.
They pulled her out. I mean, I guess she wasn't in retirement or anything, but like, I don't know. I don't usually see Lucy Liu in any new stuff. I guess this isn't new. Kung Fu Panda came out in like,
Yeah, it was
yeah,
2008 was the first
yeah,
movie.
2008.
Yep.
Uh,
But yeah,
mhm. And then
the
Crane is David Cross, which is Tobias from Arrested Development.
yeah, gosh,
Yep.
he is that, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Yeah.
That's hilarious to think.
Right.
The way he acts in the movie is not at all like that character, but
Yeah.
still, I could see it. I hear the voice now. I'm all
Yeah.
like, it
Uh-huh.
absolutely is Tobias.
Yeah. David
Ah,
Cross has done a lot of voices that I wouldn't I like he pops up as a voice actor in a lot of things that I would not have expected him to. but
He
definitely,
has a lot more range than we give him respect for.
yeah, 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 definitely.
Yeah. So we have the
Mhm.
whole sequence in the Jade Palace
Okay.
of them choosing the Dragon Warrior, and Poe ends up getting locked out at first, and because he was bringing up the whole noodle stand thing,
Okay.
he ends up leaving it later, but he kind of comes back for it because he ends up finding fireworks as well, and
Uh-huh.
he ends up like lighting them all up to be ball of flame to end up landing right in the middle of the palace to when Oogway was about to choose the Dragon Warrior.
Oh yeah, yeah. So like it made it seem like it was an accident, or at least
Yep.
like
It
that
seemed like he
Oogway
was about
wasn't
to
trying
choose,
to.
yeah, like he was about to choose one of the five. It looked like it was about to
Right.
be Tigress,
Uh-huh.
but then Poe lands right in front of him. But if you're
Uh,
looking at the movie, you see that Oogway's finger is in the air as Poe is
uh,
flying in the air. So he was in fact
yeah. There.
pointing at Poe throughout the whole
Uh,
situation. All right, and another thing, Master Oogway, this guy, this man, this turtle is never wrong. He'll say crazy things. He's hilarious. But
yeah.
everything he says with purpose. He says with lessened intentions.
Yeah, he speaks
He,
in a very what riddle type of way, or I mean, not always, right? Sometimes he just straight up talks normal, but like his lessons, I guess.
oh yeah,
Like, mhm.
everything he says to make it so that whoever's listening will learn something from it.
Yeah, what was the line like? Oh man, like his iconic one is, yesterday is the
Is a
past, today's,
history
or oh, okay,
tomorrow. Yeah, yesterday's history,
tomorrow's a
tomorrow's a
mystery.
mystery, but today is a gift. That's why it is called the present. He cooked
Yeah,
with that. He made
right.
turtle
Oh my
soup
god,
with that.
such great delivery.
Yup. And so many more lines like that that is
Hmm.
like you wouldn't think. But yeah, there's a lot of great things just throughout that movie. I don't wanna talk through the whole thing.
Uh-huh.
Like I should probably more so talk about as
Okay.
well just certain parts as like certain scenes
Yeah,
because I'd
sure.
love for people to watch the movie as well, get through it
Hmm.
all. And with
Or even
some
just
wonder,
rewatch it, right?
could rewatch it. I definitely recommend rewatching it. There are so
Hmm.
many things that I missed on my first watch,
Okay.
on my second watch. Like there was this one scene, because like after he gets chosen to be the Dragon Warrior, the Furious Five don't like him all too much. Like some of
Hmm.
them, they don't hate him, but some characters do kind of hate him.
Okay.
But he ends up kind of just trying to live with them after a while to try
He has to
to,
move into the
grow
Shaolin
connection.
Temple.
Yep, the Jade
Oh,
Palace.
Jade Palace, right? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Thinking
Uh,
Shaolin Showdown.
yeah. Because, he was chosen as the Dragon Warrior, so they have to respect it that he was
Hmm.
chosen.
Yeah.
And then there was one scene where he gets acupunctured
Oh
and
yeah.
it gets played off very much as a joke.
Uh-huh.
That he has absolutely a massive panda body and is extremely hard to find his pressure points.
Uh,
And they even do it wrong that he makes like a very hilarious face,
yeah,
but
yeah.
was also paralyzed into doing so.
Uh,
It ends up paying off in the final battle between Poe and Tai Lung.
okay. Oh,
You
because he
know,
tries to get his pressure points.
yeah, because when he
Uh,
fights like a lot of people, like it was used against him by Master Oogway, and
okay.
then he learns it, I guess, from seeing him do it, and
Yeah,
uses it against the Furious Five when they try to stop him.
makes
And
sense.
then he tries to use it on Poe, and it doesn't work. And for the
Too
longest
much.
time as a kid, I just thought, oh, he's fat. He probably just didn't reach the points, or it's just he's funny, or he's just
Yeah.
plots armored. But no, it was very much foreshadowed in that one scene, that you
Yeah,
very
definitely.
unsuspecting scene. And I didn't learn
It's
that
a really
until
good
like
setup.
maybe a year or two ago.
Oh wow, that's
And there's
hilarious.
so many scenes like that.
I wonder
Like
if that
there's
also works in, the Naruto world for like Gentle Fist.
yeah,
Like
like Choji.
exactly, like is he more resistant to the Gentle Fist technique?
I could imagine so. Like how does that jutsu work? Does he get filled up with air or does he like gain mass?
A good
Like how
question.
does
I would imagine it's not air, right? Because like it starts as partial expansion, but then just full on
yeah.
expansion jutsu. Like he has physical weight, right? Like when he falls, he
Yeah.
creates a big crater. Right,
Yeah.
there wouldn't be any strength behind it.
If it was
But
air. Yeah.
yeah, but I'm curious as to like, because there was like Kidomaru, right? Like a spider guy that Neji fought.
Yeah.
He had like armor plating that was chakra infused, so
Hmm.
that prevented him from, or that countered the gentle fist. But if Choji's mass expansion is based on chakra, does that extra layer of fat, is that infused with chakra, and could that be used as a shield?
Yeah. Or does those points get expanded out with him? That's a good
That's yeah.
question.
Well, actually,
Have
yeah,
we
that's
ever
probably more
s-
likely.
yeah, have we ever seen a battle between Neji and Choji? Ever?
Mm,
There
yeah,
should
it
have
was
been
too
more.
OP. Yeah,
Yep, there should have been more. There should have been more contests, more
they didn't really explain the
showdowns.
rivalry
Yep.
between Choji and Neji, and it was ripe
Hmm.
for the picking.
Yep. There should have been three different arcs expanding on him, going deep
Yeah,
and well
right.
in their childhood friendship.
Yep, yeah. Well, how Neji was Choji's only friend.
Yep.
Uh,
Yeah. But there was a whole bunch of other scenes that
mhm.
ended up being used into the final scene against Poe
Yeah,
and
no, yeah, a lot of
Tai Lung.
foreshadowing stuff. Uh-huh.
Yep, like there was, when Master Shifu finds out about how he was going to be able to train Poe was
Okay.
when he finds out that Poe is very heavily motivated by food and
Oh
could
yeah.
just do crazy
Uh,
unrealistic like acrobatics and stuff to reach food.
yeah,
And it
yeah.
was
They did an
and
homage to. I mean, there was a lot of homages to different kung fu movies,
yeah.
but the when he's training him, while like trying to take his food away using the chopsticks, that was a reference to a Jackie Chan movie,
Hmm.
like one of his earlier film. Well, yeah, probably. I don't know if it was his first film. I doubt it, but definitely
Mm.
one of the earliest films that he made. Like he had
Yeah.
a scene where his master was like taking his food away with his chopsticks. Really good, really good.
Yep. There were like two scenes like there was that scene where in the final battle they're trying to reach the dragon scroll and Poe has to tap into his skills by imagining that the scroll is a cookie. So he's able to do
uh,
like a whole bunch of parkour and flips and stuff in order to
uh,
reach it.
wow.
And Tai Lung's like, "Oh my gosh, the power of the scroll has made him absolutely incredible with amazing ability, flexibility, and other things." And it's just him imagining it's a cookie.
Oh my goodness. Uh,
And then another funny scene was in his training montage. Like I think it
uh,
was like his final one where he was going for the dumpling
okay.
where Master Shifu ends up doing like the little like the ball and three cups trick with the
Okay.
dumpling, and he
Okay.
ends up like doing it in the training, but then he Poe ends up using that trick on Tai Lung with the scroll and a bunch of like pots and pans.
Oh.
Because he's like on these giant stilts, like these
Oh.
like the two long bamboos, and he's like on top, and he's
Okay.
just
Okay.
completely mixing up like 50 pots with the dragon scroll, making them go
Uh,
everywhere, and then Tai Lung's like absolutely confused
oh my
and
goodness.
looking everywhere, but then he ends up just like doing one big slash and knocks them all over.
All right.
But that was like a hilarious callback to that scene as well. And there's so
Nice.
many others in it. And
Mhm.
it's just one of the many reasons why I just love that movie so much.
Yeah.
So many great spots to just all the scenes with Master Oogway
Mhm.
when he ends up giving Poe his advice for the finding out who he himself is.
Okay.
Is he dragon warrior? Is he a noodle maker? Who is he? And
Yeah.
then it even gets delved into later in the second movie as well about that, and that was very fun to know. It's
Yeah.
like a callback to that as well.
I mean, this might be a
And
good transition into the second movie, right? We still
oh
need to talk about
yeah,
that.
that's right. The second movie is crazy.
Okay.
So
I remember it being really good. I don't remember what the plot was.
the plot was is that Poe essentially has to lead the Furious Five
Okay.
and kind of be like a mentor to them now and a
Oh,
leader to go on missions to protect the village.
okay.
And as he goes about doing so, he comes across these bandits that end up having this like symbol on their clothes
Okay.
that gives Poe a flashback of him being a baby and
Oh.
ends up seeing his mother. Sends him through a spiral. He ends up getting knocked out by the bandits because he was completely dazed by seeing it. Just a bunch of like Vietnam flashbacks, you know.
uh,
And yeah, and that's when Poe finds out that he was in fact adopted. Because
ah.
that's when he asked his father, like, where did he come from? And then,
They
and
do a
he
whole
was,
birds and the bees joke or
yeah, he said, well, as you know, geese come from an egg. But don't you go asking where that egg come from. Such a
Oh
good,
man.
funny joke. A lot of great, good jokes, but a
Yeah.
lot of crazy, heavy stuff goes on because we find
Uh-huh.
out that the big bad of this movie is
Okay.
this guy named Lord Shen, and
Okay.
he is this peacock, and he's
Oh,
like,
oh yeah. It's
yep,
voiced by Gary Oldman, I see. Yeah, I'm looking at the
yes,
Wikipedia page.
yeah.
Very
And
cool.
he ends up having a destiny where he's gonna be like the just this high royalty figure,
Uh-huh.
but and it's foreshadowed by this oracle that works for him that he's gonna be felled by a warrior of black and white.
Okay, yeah.
So he ends up genociding all the pandas to make sure that that never happens.
Oh
And
wow.
they like
That's
show it. They show
crazy.
him like
Oh my
sending his
goodness.
armies to like destroy the panda villages and making them all run off. And that's when we
That is
find,
dark.
yup, and he ends up telling his parents
Uh-huh.
about it, and they're absolutely stunned and shocked that he did such a thing.
Wow.
And essentially, he's going about trying to conquer more land, and he discovers gunpowder.
Ah, what? So
Yup.
canonically, gunpowder didn't exist before,
Nope,
I guess that, or
not in the first movie.
huh?
He
Wait,
brings
weren't
it
there
up.
fireworks in the first movie?
Yeah, but they weren't utilized in the way that Shen was utilizing them because he creates the first cannon.
Okay.
It's like a firework cannonball. And he
Okay.
comes across these three great masters. I think it was like an ox, a rhino, and a crocodile, probably named
Oh yeah,
Master Croc, Master Rhino, Master
I see in
Ox.
the Wikipedia page. So the storming ox, croc, and thundering rhino were
Yes.
voiced by Dennis Haybert. Let's see. Okay, he's played a lot of, I guess, military types. He was in 20 the series 24. Croc was voiced by John Claude Van Damme. Man, come on.
Hmm.
He was he was one of the most famous martial artists in cinema in like the 90s and 80s. He was right up there with Jackie Chan in terms of like US popularity, right? Obviously, I mean, I would
Hmm.
imagine from his own country, but he was also like a bodybuilder in not Arnold Schwarzenegger level, but definitely in the same conversation.
Yeah. So Master Shin rolls up to them with the cannon,
Okay.
and Master Rhino's thinking like, yeah, there's nothing you could do to touch me, and absolutely stares face down the barrel of it and dies. He
Oh
gets
my
killed
goodness.
like a
Wow.
frame before it cuts off to something else. And
Ooh.
they eat like they get Poe and the
Does
Furious Five
it, do
get
they
word of
just
that
cut
happening.
smash cut to like a picture of his funeral?
Pro
uh,
That'd been funny, but they actually do something a little different because
okay.
they, of course, Pat and Poe and the Furious Five get word of it, and they get
Uh-huh.
sent to the village that
Okay.
happens to them, and they end up actually getting captured after trying to infiltrate. And upon going
Uh-huh.
towards the Great Palace, towards Lord Shen,
Okay.
there ends up being the weapon that the master that died used, and his horn right
Oh,
on top of it,
oof. Wow.
showing that, like, yeah, he did not make it.
Or he
Yeah.
took his horn. You never know.
Yep, you never know.
Yeah.
And then yeah, they end up going up to the palace and they make a joke about Poe's old nemesis,
Okay.
stairs. Yeah.
Uh,
And God, he takes for this absolutely long, long walk up there. I'm sure they don't show it all, but you just see how tall the
uh-huh.
palace is.
Okay.
And I think it's played up as a joke that like he's like absolutely like going up to Lord Shen's, like he's like appearing from the ground, from the floor below,
Uh-huh.
with like monstrous noise, and it's shaking, and you're seeing his silhouette come up. And then Lord Shen, oh my gosh, this is the warrior of black and white. And then as he's coming up, it turns out one of the grunts was holding on to Poe, like one of the big grunts,
Okay.
as Poe was like basically tuckered out and
Uh,
exhausted. And just yeah, it's very funny.
nice.
Uh, and then just they go through the whole scene, and then Lord Shen shows them the cannon, and then Pose destroys it, but it turned out to be like a mini like model of it, and then they show
Okay.
him the
Yeah.
real one.
Sure.
And then they end up going through that whole fight scene to destroy it, and then I think they do end up doing it, but then they show that they actually had a whole bunch of more cannons right outside the palace, aiming towards the tower.
Wow.
And then Poe and the Furious Five end up having to escape the now falling tower palace. And it's this whole action scene. And it ends up being that, like, right in between, then it's when Lord Shen ends up revealing to Poe that he was the one who killed all the pandas and his
Mm,
parents.
wow.
And he also sees the symbol, which, like, the symbol that
Oh,
gave him all
sure.
the
Yeah.
flashbacks before
What did the
is
symbol
like
look
the
like? Do you
symbol.
remember?
I think it was like a red circle with like almost like sun tentacles coming out of it, like short sun
Oh,
tentacles, and then like a
okay.
black center eye. And it ends
Mhm.
up being the design on Lord Shen's like peacock tail.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So it's like his symbol.
Right.
And then Poe ends up taking like a cannon to his whole body and ends up I don't remember if it was him protecting Tigress or Tigress
Uh-huh.
like finding a way to protect him, but then
Okay.
they both get knocked out far off.
Oh.
Everyone assumes they're dead.
Hmm.
And then it turns out that he has a whole factory of more cannons being made, and they end up going off to get prepared to send more cannons off to conquer more places. And then essentially Poe comes across the Oracle
Hmm.
that used to work for Lord Shen, and he explains the whole backstory of Lord Shin killing all the pandas and talking about how it's his destiny to take him on. And one of the things that in like the beginning of the movie, Master Shifu is trying to teach Poe this like new technique of finding inner peace,
Uh-huh.
where it's like this whole choreography of moving a single dewdrop across your whole body in this crazy like moving your body in a wavy way, and then moving it down to like like a flower leaf
Okay.
without without destroying the water droplets.
Mm, sure. Right. Right.
It's like to show that you have inner peace.
Okay.
And that ends up being when Poe learns that, like we learn from Poe in the first movie that he is quite a quick learner,
Mhm.
either something naturally with him or something that he was able to pick up from his obsession of Kung Fu as a kid.
Okay. Yeah.
But he ends up mastering that almost instantly, and it's even a joke at the end where Master Chief was like, "Huh, I see you've learned the inner peace technique, something that took me 50 years you did in a day."
uh,
But yeah, it ends up being a whole main plot of the ending fight because he ends up using that same technique of inner peace
uh-huh.
to absolutely catch the cannons that were being
Oh
launched at
man,
him
yeah.
and shooting them back at the boats. And I think it's like the last cannonball, he ends up like kind of dancing it with it a little bit and ends
Right.
up jumping in the air and spinning around with it. And he ends up looking like a yin and yang symbol spinning
Oh,
around.
nice.
And that was such a hype scene to look at, like in the movie theaters. I was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
going crazy.
Uh,
And yeah, he ends up going and fighting Lord Shen after taking out all of his ships and cannons.
uh-huh.
And one of the craziest things that like I audibly gasped to is that
Okay.
like Lord Shin has like a bunch of these wolf grunts and other grunts, and like we follow this one main grunt that's always coming back, and he ends up going to buy Lord Shin, and he was being ordered to launch a cannonball towards them.
Was it the wolf
And
guy?
yeah, it was a wolf guy.
Okay, because yeah, the wolf boss is voiced by Danny McBride,
Yeah.
who he's Jesse from Righteous Gemstones. Yeah,
Ah.
and Eastbound and Down, Vice Principals. Yeah,
Ah.
he's got those mutton chops. He's got that southern accent.
Yeah. When I rewatch it, I'll try to remember that
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it's been
yeah.
a while since I heard him. But I haven't seen him forever, but I could still vividly see it in my mind
Okay.
where it was like she's like, shoot the cannonball at them now, and then he's like, but our men are there. They'll get hurt, they'll get killed. And it's like, did I tell you an order or did I not? And then he stands up to him and is like, no. And then Lord Shen kills him, just throws one of his feathers at him and kills him right
Oh
there
my
and takes
goodness.
control of the cannon himself. And that was one of the scenes that just absolutely made me like, whoa,
Wow.
okay, this
Just a
movie is
lot of
crazy.
deaths.
Oh
Dang. Just
yeah,
on-screen
the
deaths?
movie went
Wow.
crazy with that. I
Dang. I
was
guess because it was
impressed.
animals, they were just like, wow, yeah, why not?
Yep.
I doubt they showed blood, right?
Yeah, no, it was like a quick feather to like his. I think it looked like it was near his neck, but it could have
Uh,
been anywhere on his body. But
okay.
it was definitely implied that he died there.
Uh,
But yeah, that whole movie just went crazy, and like it's been a while since I've seen it. I definitely need to watch it again.
yeah.
I've definitely seen the first movie way more than I've seen the second movie,
Uh-huh.
but I definitely need to watch them both more again.
Nice.
I need to
Yeah.
show them to more people. I need to find more people who say, I've never watched Kung Fu Panda. Why would I want to watch a panda?
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, oh, you don't even know. The Kung Fu Panda, the emphasis is on the Kung Fu.
Yeah. A huge part of it is a lot of the Chinese culture that came into it. I remember when I went to China, it was actually like super popular.
Hmm.
Like there were statues, images of Kung Fu Panda everywhere. Like I went to like a panda preserve, right? Like the world, not even the it's like the Chinese like panda sanctuary, and there's just Kung Fu Panda everywhere. It was great. I loved it.
Yeah. And I don't know if this was a rumor or I've just heard
Uh-huh.
it before, but like I heard that like there was like an animation media group in China, like the
Mm-hmm.
biggest one there, where they were like, how is it that this Western movie ended up depicting Chinese
uh,
culture better than anything we've made here?
oh wow, that is
That's how
crazy.
crazy it went.
Yeah. I heard though that I don't know if you've heard Niza or something like that.
Nisa,
Yeah, it was like a
remind me
Chinese
what
movie.
that is.
It came out fairly recently, I think. It's like we're
Oh,
in the sequel, Niza 2. It was like an animated martial arts movie. It was a
oh,
Chinese one, definitely. I haven't seen it, but it looks really good, and I hear it's good.
yeah. All right, I'm down to watch that because I don't think I know what that is.
Yeah, yeah. Apparently, it's super popular. Definitely one. Like it seems like I'm not gonna say that it seems like they took cues from Kung Fu Panda because like A, they're all human, and B, it's like an original Chinese thing, so like it's
Hmm.
like from the actual culture, but it definitely has that art style to it a little bit.
Ooh, all right. Yes, I'm
Yeah,
excited to watch it then.
yeah, yeah. At least based on the scenes that I've seen on like just clips. I haven't gotten any of the story, but the clips of like action scenes or just fight scenes, really good,
Yeah.
really good.
Oh, that's another amazing thing about Kung Fu Panda, just
Hmm.
the cinematography of just the camera angles and shots they take.
Yeah.
There's so many great ones, like the one where Poe ends up training for the first time with them, and it pans all over the training dojo, and
Uh-huh.
I think I don't remember if it is one shot, but I remembering it being one shot where they're going through all the Furious Five doing their own training regimen
Okay.
in
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
parts of the dojo, and it's like switching between them,
Right. Like
and
is
like
it chained
there's
together like it's a one shot kind of thing?
yeah, and they're
Uh,
all doing they're like monkeys going through these like hanging rings covered in blades swinging
mm,
around. Like Tigress is fighting these like wooden block mannequins on the spinning snake floor thing.
hmm.
Other things, such great things. And then another one from Kung Fu Panda 2. Of course, the boat scene was absolutely amazing, but another one was the
Uh-huh.
factory itself.
Okay.
It's like a giant furnace with a bunch of like scaffolding everywhere, and the fight scenes
Wow.
that are there, just the crazy lighting of the furnace like blasting everywhere. Just super beautiful to watch. So many great
Nice.
scenes and shots in there.
Very cool. Do you have any final
Right.
words about Kung Fu Panda?
Uh, Final words. DreamWorks has a lot of great movies. Kung Fu Panda is definitely up there. I do
Okay.
think, in terms of ranking, DreamWorks has pushed out a lot of new great stuff. And
Okay.
sadly, Kung Fu Panda 4 wasn't one of them.
Ooh,
But
that
I can
sucks.
happily say we could always go back to 1 and 2, and I would
Yeah.
gladly watch it with someone.
Yeah, man, I see there's also a bunch of short films and yeah, there's like what, three TV series that they have. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was very familiar with the first one. That was on a lot on Nickelodeon.
Oh
I'd
yeah.
watch that a lot.
Yeah, I
It,
think I saw Legends of Awesomeness it says. Yeah,
yup,
that
Legends
sounds
of
familiar.
Awesomeness. Yeah,
Uh
unfortunately, they weren't able to keep a lot of the voice actors from the movie, but
no,
you know,
yeah.
I think one of the spin-offs was able to get all the original voice actors of the movie. And
Nice.
I definitely want at some point to go back to that to see how well that went. I
Okay.
think that was the one where there was like a lot of 2D animation as well, which is
Yeah, I
like
remember them
those scenes
bringing in 2D
I see
animation.
those clips, like I remember seeing those clips a bunch like a year or two ago, and they were always so awesome to watch through.
Okay.
There was like the backstory of the Furious Five
Hmm.
before they became
Like their
masters of the
individual
Jade Palace.
origins, I guess.
Yeah, their
Yeah.
individual origins.
Nice.
But yeah, I would definitely recommend Kung Fu Panda to anyone. And to
Awesome.
anyone who hasn't seen it in a long time, I'd say, yo, do it again and really look at each scene.
Just really,
Because
really just
there's
slow it
pro
down. Bring it down to
Yep.
like quarter speed if you can.
Because you're gonna be all like, wait a second, wasn't that from that scene? Hold on, wait. Because there's probably some more scenes like that that I still haven't noticed.
Yeah.
I definitely need to do that more with the second one. And I'll try to watch 3 at some point.
Okay.
It's definitely far superior than four, I've heard. But then like I've heard in the third movie, it emphasizes the panda in the Kung Fu
Hmm.
Panda, which isn't bad,
No,
but
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I see that even though in the second movie they had somebody else voice Poe's dad, they had Bryan Cranston voice him in the third movie.
yeah,
Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
yep.
Hmm.
All right.
Heisenberg himself. Yeah.
Do you have any questions about Kung Fu Panda or any thoughts?
When did he truly become a Kung Fu Panda?
I think you can really pull it together from the first movie
Okay.
that he had the Kung Fu Panda within him all along.
Ah,
Master Shifu just needed to know the right way
to
to pull
drive
it out of
that.
him. Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Because he
Mm-hmm.
was always the Dragon Warrior. There were no accidents. And that's the greatest thing you could probably take away from the franchise. That and everything else Master Oogway has said ever.
All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us again at Second Bowl of Cereal. We will be back again in 2 weeks with a new piece of media. If you have any comments or have any shows or movies you want us to watch, feel free to leave it in the comments, share it around to people. We have a YouTube channel, Second Bowl of Cereal, and a Spotify, but we might be moving off of it. We'll see.
Mhm.
We're also on Patreon at Second Bowl of Cereal.
Yep. Anything else we need to plug? Or
Yeah, I mean, I'll plug my store. So Etsy and eBay, I'm Robot Monkey LLC. If you want any props, toys, figures, anything cool, check it out. I sell some talismans, some Shen Gong Wu. Yeah.
Mickey, I know this is something crazy, but
Uh-huh.
there is this one item in the movies.
Oh, okay.
An item that I used to have a toy of that I loved so much.
Uh-huh.
It was called the Sword of Heroes.
Oh,
It was like
okay.
an awesome blade that looked like it
Oh.
had a green emerald dragon on it, but it also had like a knife on the blade that could separate into
Oh,
the other side of the
that
handle.
sounds familiar. I think I remember you
Yes.
having that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds, yeah. You know
I
what? I
would
might
love
look
you to
into. Mhm.
try doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So cool. Such a cool item. There was a lot of cool items in the Jade Palace. But
Yeah.
yes,
Nice,
that is
nice.
definitely one of my absolute favorite ones. I'd have daydreams about it. But yeah,
All right, very cool. Yeah, I'll see if I can work on it.
nice.
All
All
right.
right. Well, I guess until then, have a second bowl of cereal on us. Take care.
Bye.